Been since we last talked? Did you, with work or anything?
Well, I did talk to my boss about possibly moving departments, and he seemed to be favorable. I have to show some of my work, and
Oh, that's great. I see that you brought something with you. Is this,
yeah, you asked me to bring some of my drawings.
I
so
did.
thought
Oh. I have this exact notebook.
Really?
Yeah, that's really.
I've had that one forever.
Yeah, that's. I don't know if it's a coincidence or.
Well, I always get new notebooks when I haven't finished the old ones, just because either I can't find that one at the time, then I'll find it later and
It's interesting.
realize it's only half full.
And what do you think that means?
That I could probably be a little better organized, I suppose.
Oh, I see you are quite the artist. You are quite the drawer. All right.
I mean, there's stuff in there that I did in high school, I think.
Wow. This is really great.
I kept a lot of junk I don't need.
Is this what you showed your boss at work?
Oh, no. I was going to take in another notebook of kind of like my greatest hits.
Okay.
Stuff that I like, and it's more recent.
Sure. Well, this is really good. This is really good. Have you been dreaming at all? Any more nightmares or anything like that?
Yes, I had one where I was submerged, but I was looking up. I was in water, and I was looking up, and it's kind of like I'm going underneath the water and then up to catch my breath, and then keep going back, and then I'm looking around, and there's this circular, and there's like this white walls that are just circular around me, and then I look up, and there's this figure hovering above me.
It's pretty intimidating.
Yeah, and I realize it's like a giant, and I'm looking up, and I realize, or it looks like him. It's my Uncle Rufus, and
The same one from the statue from the other?
No, that was my mother's brother, but this is my father's brother, and he unzips his fly and he pees on me, and I realize that I am in a giant toilet.
That is very scary.
Yeah. And then when he flushes, I just remember going around and around, and then I wake up.
So can you symbolize this in any way? Is there any meaning or interpretation or?
No, I don't really think so. Actually, I thought it was kind of funny. Well, me and my Uncle Rufus never really got along. He was kind of a drunk. So, he wasn't very encouraging of any creativity or anything. He always thought that kids were a pain in the ass and just should work and not mess around with music or art or anything. And so maybe that's what it symbolizes, his disapproval or something. I don't know.
Okay, that's interesting.
But it was a very strange dream.
Do you ever feel rejected?
No, of course, who doesn't? That's a pretty natural thing from time to time. Do I feel it constant? No.
Do you ever feel guilty?
Oh, yeah.
When do you most feel guilty, or is there any repetitive occurrence that you feel like?
That's a tough one. Possibly sometimes when, I don't know, maybe I don't spend enough time with my father, or like I should, or I don't know, just, I guess I feel guilty about family relations, certain ones, like my brothers and sisters, but I mean, my God, they live all across the globe. I mean,
Yeah.
I go broke just trying to have a family reunion, for God's sake.
That's understandable. What about, do you feel like your relationship with your father could be better?
Yeah, I mean, I think it could be. I mean, we're okay. You know, we're close, but I think it could always be.
For me to um, interpret the dreams. They seem kind of sporadic and kind of all over the place. Um, so, um, I'm not sure I can correlate the second dream with the first. Um, do you think
Well, they have,
there were any similarities?
I mean, family, water, uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there are some things in my family I need to deal with or face or I don't know. But that's what you're here for, right? To help me sort this crap out, right?
Yeah. Well, I think that um, maybe it would be a good idea to try to, reach out to your family. If you feel like that's something, despite the fact that it is a little bit of a hassle, but, I think that that does seem to be a recurring theme. Your uncle, despite they were on both sides of the family, when was your...
Yeah, I just get caught up in my own thing, and I just kind of tend to toss family connections aside. Not on purpose and not out of spite, but I think they may take it like that. So maybe there's guilt there, and so maybe I should try and do a better job of connecting with them and making a more consistent effort.
Do you think that the first nightmare, or the time between the first and second nightmare, was it any, was there more time in between the nightmares than you usually have? Or?
No.
No?
I mean, it's pretty consistent.
Okay, because maybe let's try to see if, they aren't as... Maybe we can try to get them spread out a little bit farther,
Okay.
so, that you're not continuously having nightmares and having that be a disruption in your, daily life.